So if you can keep fighting fucking 50-something-year-olds
You don't think Tyson has a chance?
and making a living at it, I think that Mike Tyson has a puncher's chance against anybody. Mike's 58 years old. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I hate doing this because Mike gets mad at me every time I do this, but Mike shouldn't be fighting.
Dana White just criticized the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul bout, asking why he should continue. Return in relation to this absurd matchup, you have Tyson, who is 58 years old, who has been absent from the ring for more than competing against a 28-year-old in 10 years. His heyday.
I believe that he was making the money he says he's making. Showtime Boxing wouldn't have gone out of business, and Showtime would have made sure they kept paying him.
Right.
But he's doing it. You know, what do I think of the Mike Tyson fight?
Yes.
Tyson's 58 years old. You know what I mean? Jake fought a guy who was his age and who was also considered a boxer, and he lost.
The UFC boss wasn't holding back when discussing Jake Paul, stating that this is just another of Paul's. He has a history of using his hallmark maneuvers, method selecting elderly, retired sportsmen by hand, giving the impression that the conflict is real while it's actually just a circus act. Dana White's criticism of the fighters wasn't all. He pointed out its whole gimmick. This is a cash grab disguised as a fight. The alleged legendary battle is a smokescreen, and White's calling it out as well as mirrors for precisely what it is.
Under any circumstances, a almost 60-year-old man shouldn't be fighting a 27-year-old guy under any circumstances, even if it's Mike Tyson. So it's ridiculous.
He is considering a bout between a 28-year-old and a 58-year-old legend, a boxer turned YouTuber who picks and chooses opponents who think he's shopping for convenience. Triumphs. Dana's incredulity wasn't only tangible, it was almost like a punch via the screen.
God, no. When this fight happens, Tyson will be 58 years old.
I'm worried about it.
Under any circumstances,
Take a moment to forget about being a combat legend. This man is approaching 60 and has years of physical wear and tear on his body. Bringing famous people out of retirement to throw a few Instagram-worthy punches is not the way to advance in one's profession. And this is where Dana really cranked the heat up by pointing out Jake Paul's opponent's tactic. Dana made clear what we've all been thinking, but perhaps didn't want to express aloud, that Jake targets retired athletes rather than individuals he might lose to. Older fighters are individuals who have outlived their prime.
And he was getting this like rep, like, oh, they're protecting their golden goose, whatever. And I remember, it's so funny. I remember the Jan fight. I was like, oh, they're done with him. They're going to feed him to Jan. They don't think he's got it.